Warm welcome back to the island of Mallorca and Puerto for the penultimate day of racing in the 52 World Championships. Top of the table, Azura are leading by 14 points. Behind them, a logjam of places, only 5 points separating Renasec from 6th place, and 2 races today in sea breeze conditions, a little bit lighter but still just as hot. Among some of the teams and our organisation, the girls play a big role, important role, and we spoke with some of them today.
Well, as a rigger with sled, you're pretty busy. Every day you start early and finish late. My responsibilities are all the running rigging on the boat, going up the mast, making sure everything's good up there, and just making sure nothing breaks, really.
I've been working with the Quantum Racing team since 2009. I handle our guests when we have people come to visit the team, make sure all their logistics are taken care of, and all of our crew gear, which is a good-sized job, and also the catering for lunches and ice, snacks, etc.
When I set a course, I have to think as a tactician and to know where they want to go, and in some places it's very, very difficult. My philosophy is always to be fair with all of the competitors. When I come back ashore and the sailors say thank you for the race, that's very, very good for me.
Your ISAF International umpires are judges.
We are following the boats.
We are 2 umpires on each boat, and we try to cover all the incidents, we try to react to all the incidents, decide whether either boat broke a rule or not, and then we display the proper color of flags.
So the family affair theme runs through some of the 52s. After we met little Sam, we met little Will, who sails with his dad on the Gladiator.
Oh, really enjoying it. Yeah, having a great time. Good to sail with my dad as well, so.
Always a pleasure to get the family involved. And, you know, I mean, we've got some extra horsepower on the boat now as well.
So race number 7 got away, 10 knots of sea breeze, very busy at the pen end of the line, seemed like most of the fleet wanted to start there. Up at the committee boat end of the line, Platoon started cleanly and went right along with Phoenix and Ran Racing in particular. Committee boat end was quite clear for them. Meantime, down at the pin end, Hurricane were recalled, Gladiator took a penalty, and midline Azura and Quantum Racing got away cleanly. Platoon worked well on that right side, particularly getting the shift at the top of the leg right to lead round ahead of Phoenix and Ran. At the top mark, Platoon ran Allegre. Azura rounded the top mark in 9th. Renasec then were going quite well until they had to take a penalty ahead of Azura at the leeward gate. Azura worked up to 6th and were up to 3rd at one point, just about, but then ended up losing Quantum Racing on the run. So Quantum ended up with a 4th, Azura in 5th, but a good win for Platoon.
It was one of those days you can have a big disaster going on, so we made sure we stick to our blue book, our routine, so trying to avoid risks and to have solid races, looking at trying to control both corners, trying to be conservative, and we think we achieved that. We still managed to do our average of 4 points, and so we had a good solid day, which obviously is very encouraging for tomorrow.
So race number 8, we're really getting towards the business end of the regatta. The race was marked by a big shift to the left. But off the start line, Provezza started at the pin end of the line. Azura up towards the committee boat end. Ran stayed nicely left up the first beat. In particular, Ran made a very, very strong approach to the windward mark to lead round the top mark ahead of Renasec, Allegra. Quantum Racing finding themselves a gap which proved to be important. Unfortunately, Allegra had to take a penalty, but that was pretty much the order. Ran Racing moved clear at the front of the fleet. Quantum Racing taking a good 2nd place in that race, and Azura finishing 3rd. So Azura scoring 5-3 for the day. Best for the day was Ran Racing 2-1, and Azura go into the final day with their 14-point lead intact. Quantum Racing up to 2nd. So with Steve Hales, Hayles, Hotel Alpha Lima Yankee Echo Sierra. Steve, a much better day for you today.
Such a tough fleet, and honestly people sort of say, oh, what have you done differently, and what happens, and the truth is nothing. You know, we go out there with the same mentality and try and do things in the same way, and that's how good the fleet is. You know, yesterday we put 21 points on the scoreboard, and today it was 3, and sometimes the chips fall your way and sometimes they don't. You know, it genuinely is a very, very tough world-class fleet.
So the standings going into the penultimate day, Azura on 25 points, still 14 points clear of 2nd place, which is now Quantum Racing in 39 points. 3rd is Platoon in 42, 4th is Ran in 44, Allegra 46, and in 6th place Renasec also on 46 points. So we roll headlong into the final day of the 52 World Championships in Portals. Azura sitting with a 14-point lead. They say they're going to stick to the blue book, keep it nice and simple. and close out the world title. Quantum Racing back, firing in all cylinders in second place, and a real challenge for the rest of the podium places. Join us again tomorrow for the finale of the 52 World Championship.
I have the president and vice president of my fans club. So here they are cheering us up.
So they'll be cheering tomorrow, we hope.
Yeah, for sure they will be cheering up for Azurra, right? ¿Cuál es el barco de papá?
Azura.
Muy bien.